I'm just Joshua, and welcome to Stepford County Railway. I am really well versed in this game. Not really, but I'm now a qualified driver. So let's hop right in. Let's pretend for the sake of this video that I have bought no routes or anything like that, and just what a new player would start out like. They'll start with the class 357, and they'll be leaving from Stepford, Victoria, I believe. I'll pull up a. Yep, Stepford, Victoria to not Airport Central. Yes, Stepford, Victoria to Airport Central, and Stepford, Victoria to. I'm not even going to try to say that. So it'll be these two routes. Let's start with Stepford, Victoria to Port Benton. But let me take you back real quick before we even hop in as a driver. One wonderful feature of this game is that they're built cabs so you can actually sit inside the train. So let's go to one of the most popular stations in the whole game. Stepford Central. If it'll let me in, there we go. There's a lot of work that's gone into this game. They even made their own asset streaming. So basically, it streams parts constantly instead of having it all uploaded into RAM. Since the train we're most likely going to be driving and on the same route, it has a detailed cabin, handrails, interlock lights, even the post signs work. So incredibly detailed, and these stations are massive. Some are really small, others are massive. You can even hear the person speaking. Yeah. I will be doing a stream of this game soon, so stay tuned for that. There are multiple different services in this game. There's Connect, Waterline, Airlink, and Express. Each one is very similar to one in real life. Like Express is more like a high-speed service. Connect is connecting you everywhere. It's sort of like Metro in my opinion. All the UK boys will be coming after me for that. And this is the service map. Connect by far is the biggest, and Connect has a subsidiary called Waterline. Waterline is cool. I like it. It's a different experience. It's a little more challenging because some of these stations are really close together. So when you first get the game, you only have 2 routes and 1 train, and it's on Connect. And then you can go buy Waterline. So I have everything except Airlink because Airlink is expensive. So this is that platform 11. It just arrived going. So that's the default route. Same thing. Let me go check who's in here. A lot of guests. Not only guests, but a lot of them. So that's a quick rundown of the game.
The train now approaching platform 2 terminates here.
So you could hear that person, the voice saying that. So there are multiple different roles, like there's dispatcher, so they send the train onwards, like, okay, the train can go now. There's a guard, which it does stuff. They do the stuff, I think they mess with around the doors and that kind of stuff. And there's a signaler, which controls the signals. So before we get into this, I'm gonna enable the tutorial. So let's head back to the menu. Set driver, class 357, leaving from Stepford, Victoria, or Port Benton, you might think. But then it brings you to this screen. This screen shows you every single station. We have to pick which depot or siding you're coming out of. A depot is better than a siding. It's where the trains are maintained, and a siding is just where they're held. It's like a parking lot, and this is like a service center. So it tells you if you're going this way or that way. So let's start at Croxley siding. Correct me if I'm wrong. Although I was born in England, I forgot everything. So W or up or down arrow to go forward. Your utility buttons, the AWS indicator, this is very important. That's basically making sure you do not run a signal over. Like you don't go wee past the red light. Next stop, and there you go. That's all meaningless. There are multiple different camera angles. Like there's this one.
31.
I don't drive this train
Service
frequently,
to Port Benton. Calling
so
out.
this is a. I need to count
And
this.
Port Benton.
It's gonna stop here because I
This
need to
train
count.
is formed of 4 coaches.
You hit T to open the doors, and you open the doors.
This is Coxley. This train is for
So there are
Port
1,
Benton.
2,
The next station
3,
is
4,
Benton.
4 cars, if I'm not mistaken. So I would have come up a little closer to there. That train is really cool and really expensive. So it just sounds exciting. So we are running late because of the early rundown, which most of the time in this game you're going to be running late without fail. If you finish a route
Welcome on
on
board
time or
this
early,
Separate Connect
you got
service
lucky.
to
Especially if the
Benton.
server is busy, like
We will
filled
be
of
calling
players.
at Benton and Port
I think I was like
Benton.
5 minutes late
The
because
next
of this
station
one area of the
is
map
Benton.
where I came second, but it let people from the other one go, and that was a whole ordeal. I'm like, come on, I just want to go. So I was late to the airport. I hope no one missed their flight, because that would be kind of sad. You missed your flight because the signaling was having issues. So I'm going well above the speed limit, which is on those red signs, or down here.
We will shortly
Oh,
be
my cursor
arriving
is.
at Benton. Change here for services to
So this is
Separate
Benton
Airport
Station.
Central,
It has
Colours,
connections to, I think,
Essex,
Airlink, Waterline,
Leighton City,
I-
Newry,
Express
and
may
Airport
stop
Terminal
here. I
2.
can't bank on that.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
So this is an Airlink station with quotes around that, because there's the orange there. So let's go find the 4-car stop, which is right here on that 3-4 sign.
This is
So you can look at which ones you're scheduled to go at and what time,
Port Benton.
and
The
you get to
next
see the whole
station
map.
is
And let's find the
Port
route. So we
Benton.
started at, I think, we're at Benton right now, and we started at Croxley. In Croxley. So Separate Connect has multiple different services, which have most services arrive or are limited. And where would Croxley be? I should have rehearsed this first. It's up there, past Benton. So we
Welcome
started
on board
there,
this
we went to
Separate Connect
Benton, now we're going
service
to Port Benton.
Port Benton. The next
Which is almost
station
here.
is Port Benton.
That's AWS, that's the signaling. So this is a major junction in the game
We will
because
shortly be arriving at
multiple tracks are
Port
crossing over
Benton.
each other.
Change here for services to Greenslade.
And you hit Q
And
to tell that thing to
Morgantown.
stop screaming, because if you don't,
Please mind the gap
it's going
between the
to
train and the platform.
eventually
This train terminates
hit
here.
the emergency brakes, and your
change,
whole train is going to stop. So you always want to be hitting the Q button there.
This is Port
My cool
Benton.
addition is the depots
This
here.
train terminates here.
This one I don't
All
think
change,
is
please.
functional,
Thank you for traveling with us
but
today.
you know, they put stuff there, has stuff on. Actually, that should be off. Nothing should be on in these cabins. And this is the end of this service. That's kind of interesting. So let's exit to the main menu, because I don't really want to continue that service in particular. So that is Connect. That's one of the services on one of the trains. Here's a different class. It's a different train. Same routes. Then you can go spend your points, which you earn from stopping at stations, and experience, which allows you to, you know, get training and become the next rank. Or, yeah, that's pretty much experience. But you have to complete the whole service to get experience. So let's look at Express. Express is faster trains, obviously. Just that would be really boring to put in a video. Here's my this is my favorite water line. And let's do Nuri to Terminal 2. Actually, I think I could do this one. So let's start at Benson Siding, because, you know, that's a pretty nice place to start. So let's off to the races. You have a minute and 19 seconds left to still be on time, and that includes boarding passengers. Crazy, right? You're on a time crunch. Like real train operators are. I'm going way too fast. I also have a private server, so eventually I'm going to do a stream and allow everyone on. Probably like cause some issues. So I don't think we've seen any other players outside of when we first opened the game. Oh, there's someone over there.
The next station is.
So this train has a top speed of 90 miles per hour, which is slower, but for waterline, it's perfect. Stations are super duper close. It's not even funny. It's really annoying. So, okay, we're going that way. This route is a little more stretched out than the other waterline routes. I'm gonna say it's somewhat like what the central line is up next to Essex, where the stations are further apart. Sort of like that, trying to think of anything that's similar towards it. The doors are animated, so instead of just them opening or closing or just staying put, they change. I've not been on a train where forgot its name, the thing that connects to the overhead wires. That button is there. I don't know if it works or not. I hope it does eventually. That's gonna be a cool mechanic. So you can see that they did put detail in the map. The reason, like, oh, this area is pretty empty. The reason it is pretty empty. Oh, let me slow down. It's Cambridge Street.
Terminal 2. Calling at Airport West and Airport Terminal 2.
This is one of the stations. It has restaurants, parking, and IKEA. Like IKEA? Okay. I'll sell some furniture there. Totally not a knockoff of something else. This is one of the lesser used stations, which you won't frequently come to, because most stations you don't often come to. Like if you take a look at the map, I haven't been to a lot of these. Like I have not been down to James Street or anywhere on that branch. There's also some weird routes like the Morgantown shuttle, which I know why it's there, but it's kind of weird. Morgantown is its own little issue, because Morgantown docks and Morgantown station so close to each other, just like how Euston Square and Euston are in London. That was a whole ordeal. So almost done. There you go. If y'all want me to do more Stafford County Railway videos, put them in the comments down below. Sorry about the little hiatus. I mean, just not posting for a long time. I was sick, then busy, then tired, then sick again. So now here are the videos. The thing that bothers me a little about this game is that it's based on UK time, which is kind of inconvenient for me because it's still sunny outside. It's still pretty nice. But no, they're in UK time. I think that's United Stafford County Football Club. So now we're going into the underground section. So let me switch cameras real quick. This reminds me of the Elizabeth line, but it's only one track per tunnel, I believe so. Not two. Would two be easier? And we're almost there. So this station, you can tell the distance down there.
Change here for services to Esterfield and Farley. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
40.
So now we're
Waterloo,
pulling
Service
up. Let's make a
2,
little bank.
Airport Terminal 2. Calling at Airport Terminal 2 only. This train is formed of
This
3
is
coaches.
Airport West. This train is for
So the doors are
Airport
animated. I
Terminal 2.
really like the interior and the
next
nice
station
touches they
is
put in it.
Airport Terminal 2.
Like, I can't overstate how much work has been put into this game. I was watching one of the Bantech videos. I didn't think that they would have to actually develop this system that they were showing off. Roblox Studio, it's intimidating, but there's a lot you can't even do in it. Like scripting, don't script in Roblox Studio. Find a dedicated IDE for that.
Welcome on
Yeah,
board the
I even tried making my own
authorized
train
service
simulator.
to Airport
I gave up
Terminal
pretty
2.
quickly.
The next station
All there is a
Airport
partially
Terminal 2.
designed station and a tunnel. That's kind of it. So let's just keep going. Thing about Airlink is allows you to go to the airport more, which is something I like to do. Even though this is a really unrealistic airport. Like, I don't know. They should have called me up. I would have designed the airport. Like, what is this? This is a mess. Giving me Heathrow vibes. And where's the runway?
We
Yeah,
will
I should have
shortly
designed
be
this airport.
arriving at Airport Terminal 2.
And this is the end of the
Change
route
here
and
for
the end of the
services to
video.
Airport Terminal
So as we
3.
pull into this station,
Please mind
we're
the
going to
gap
start to
between the
slow
train
down because we're
and the
only supposed to enter
platform.
at 45 miles per hour
This
or
train
less.
terminates here.
This
All
gate's
change
30,
please.
so I was going a little too fast. And you think, oh, you can just stop here. You're going too far. No, I'm not. You have to go to the end of the platform, but do not eat the buffers. Like, do not crash into the buffers. That's a good way to waste 30 minutes. Because all that experience that you would have racked up otherwise is lost. Oh, that's interesting. I'm at this platform. Because last time I did this route, I was in that platform. So,
This is Airport Terminal 2.
why is it like
This
that?
train terminates here.
I think
All
there's a
change
train here at the
please.
time or something like
Thank
that.
you for traveling with us
And that's the
today.
end of this video. I hope you like this, and I will be doing more Stafford County Railway. And I'll see you all next time. Have a good one.